So I'm just going to come out and say it. It truly looks like the worst is over when it comes to the price of Shiba Inu. Now, again, as always, check the banner below. This is not financial advice. Take this with a grain of salt. But it's important that we look at what got us to this price point in the first place. Okay, when we look at the charts, there is a huge series of events that brought us all the way down here, guys. Okay, if you guys remember, back in February, Voyager started liquidating some of their SHIB, which brought us down to this point here in mid-March. We started to rally a little bit. We have some negative sentiment in the market at that point. Then we had the SEC coming after crypto in early June. Then we had the institutional sell-off, which created the huge wick to a new bear market low for Shiba Inu. I would argue that if this had not happened, if we didn't have that institutional sell-off, I don't think SHIB would have gone really any lower than where it was at, okay? It was essentially forming a triple bottom. If you go all the way back to June here of last year, June, end of the year, and then June again here, that would have been a very strong triple bottom for SHIB. But what we need to look at now is the things that pushed us down are kind of going away, all right? When we look at Voyager specifically, they have liquidated, it seems like, all the SHIB that they are in fact going to liquidate. They started customer distributions. We saw that flowing out, I believe, last week or the week before. And now they only have $10 million worth of SHIB left, which is essentially a drop in the bucket that could easily be absorbed by the market. Okay. Now we again don't even know if this is going to be sold. This may still be pending more customer distributions. So it's obviously something to pay attention to there. The macro factors surrounding the market are better. Obviously, we had the big win by Ripple versus the SEC. We know obviously the SEC is going to try to appeal this. I don't think they're going to have much luck in doing so. But then also you have the upcoming launch of Shibarium in just 17 days. You have these other major developments that are happening for the ecosystem, the metaverse, the partnerships that are getting put in place, the integration of Shibarium into businesses, and even things outside of that, like Shiba Cows and the game and all that stuff. There's a whole lot that is going on that is positive for Shiba Inu. And I would argue that there are very little things that could send us to the downside, right? There are very few negative things for Shiba Inu. Obviously, we could have, black swan events or the macro situation could really turn and go to the downside. Obviously, that would push us lower there. But realistically, I'd say it's a safe bet to say that the bottom is in fact in for Shiba Inu. Again, do not take this as a buy signal or anything like that. But I will say I am continuing to dollar cost average. I'm continuing to add to my bag. It seems kind of stupid not to at this point, at least for me, because I know that right now we're still down 90% from the all-time high. We have the potential for huge burns once Shibarium does in fact launch. And we haven't even started the bull market cycle yet. So these are all the reasons that I like SHIB. This is a reason why I'm continuing to add to my bag. And it's a reason why I think a lot of the downside risk is in fact mitigated here. So I will say, if you guys have not checked out the channel sponsor yet, make sure you guys go ahead and do so. That was kind of a quick transition there, but they are creating a new layer 1 chain. Guys, I think there's tons of layer 1 opportunity in the space. Obviously, layer 2s are needed for Ethereum, but there's nothing wrong with being diversified. Yeah, I'm very diverse throughout my portfolio. I got into the Grape pre-sale, which in case you guys are interested in doing that, you can still do this despite the coin actually being live. Right now, it's trading for about $180 a coin on Bitmart, and you can get that same coin in the pre-sale at $46. So I'll get into that in a second. But I mean, I have a lot of coins. I went through my portfolio the other day. I got SHIB, I have Bone, ADA, Hex, Pulse, PulseX, I have Grape, I have many coins on top of that too. So there's nothing wrong with being diverse. Now, I will say if you guys do get into the pre-sale, you guys can actually use my referral link here. You'll actually get an additional 10% bonus on top of anything you contribute there. You'll also get GGT, which is going to be the governance token for the chain when it does launch here in Q4 of this year. And during the 120 days that they ask you guys to hold your coins, you will earn a 20% APY on top of anything you have in there as well. So something cool, maybe worth checking out. I don't know, it's up to you guys, but like I said, I did in fact get into the pre-sale. I'm liking what I see so far, and it looks like there's a lot of follow through that's going on behind the scenes. So these times are getting a lot better. The bear market blues, I think, are kind of fading away. Some people I've still seen, posting negative comments, but guys, these next 2 upcoming years, 2024, 2025 for the crypto market, they should be big. Okay. They historically have been big. We obviously are coupling this with mass adoption as well and blockchain adoption. And there's so much potential and opportunity that I think people aren't understanding, but it's coming at us very quickly. So it's important that we be prepared. But I appreciate you guys as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Show your support below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.